Alright, I'm going to try to teach you Change the World by Eric Clapton. It's one of my favorite songs to play on guitar, so I'm excited to do this one for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other songs you want me to try to cover, do lessons on. Love to throw any your way that you'd like to hear. Alright, so this one is in the key of E. It's got a lot of chord changes in this one. And the finger picking's a little strange, so that's forewarning on that. Okay, so what we need first is to start the verses. So it's just verse and chorus, and we're gonna need an E7 to know the E7, and then we're gonna slide this kind of around the fretboard a little bit. So an E7 is open E, your middle finger is on the second fret of the A string, open D string, your pointer finger is on the first fret of the G string, open B string, open high E. Okay. So that's gonna be our first part. Now here's what's weird about this finger picking. Okay, because you're taking your thumb, and that's gonna be on the low E string. The thumb of your right hand is gonna be on the low E string. Your pointer finger is gonna be on the A string, and then your middle finger is gonna skip the D string and go to the G string. Skip the D string, go to the G string, and then it's gonna pluck all those at once. So that's kind of a weird, because you're skipping the D string, so it's kind of strange. So now what you're doing is you're plucking. Oops. And then you're going to this. And what this is you're using your pointer finger, okay? It's going to slide up a fret, so your pointer finger is on the third fret of the second fret rather of the G string, and your ring finger is going to be all the way kind of a stretch here on the fourth fret of the A string, and then you're playing the low E. So you got if I could change the world. All right, and then your last one is going to be you're sliding all the way to your still open E. It's always open E on this one. And then your ring finger is going to be on the fifth fret of the A string, and then you're not going to play the D string, and then you're going to put the pointer finger on the fourth fret of the G string. Alright, so all together it's. Now I like to add something here just to give it a little bit of spice, but you can stay on this chord and then you can stay on this chord and then we'll do the second part, or you can do this. So it's go like this. If I could reach the stars. Alright, so after you do this, and what that is using harmonics, okay? Or harmonics, sorry, not harmonics. Harmonics, and so what that is you can use any finger you want, but you're just gonna lightly lay it above the 12th fret. So this is very important. When you get down to the 12th fret, when you're playing a note, you want to play it right behind the fret. When you're doing harmonics, you want to do it right on top of the actual metal fret itself. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit like this. So you're going to go down to the 12th fret right here. So that's where you would play a note, but you want to put your finger lightly just above the metal, so that when you pluck it, you notice you get those noises. Now, there's harmonics throughout the fretboard, but we're going to use the ones at the 12th, the 7th, and the 5th. Okay, if you do it at like the 3rd, see it doesn't do anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this again. If I could reach the stars. So what I do is harmonics at the 12th, just one strum, just a down strum, 7th and 5th harmonics. Again, that is just putting your finger, doesn't matter what finger, you can even use your pinky if you want to, just lightly pressing. You're not actually pressing the strings, you're just lightly laying them on there to deaden the strings, essentially is what you're doing. Okay, so you're doing the 12th, 7th, and 5th. Alright, so when you do that, you're back to this, which is, again, open E, 5th fret of the A, skip the D, and then 4th fret of the G. And then you're going to go back up. Okay, so it's the same ones you already know. So it's that chord structure. So you see how you're like sliding down the neck and then back up the neck, right? So it's, or rather the other way, back, going up the neck and then back down the neck. Okay, so, right? If I could reach the stars, pull one down for you. When you get back to the top, you can do an up strum with your pointer finger on the right hand of the high E and the B and the G. Okay, it's gonna sound pretty good. Okay, so you got that. If I could reach the stars, pull one down for you. You're gonna repeat that. Shining on my heart, so you could see the truth. So see how I did that time without doing the harmonics? Because you don't have to do it. That's just something I like to add in there. So it'd be, so I could see the truth. Here's the next change in the verses. Then this love would rule. Okay, so what that is, you're essentially taking an A7 and doing the same thing you're doing with the E7. So an A7 is going to be open A. Guess where your thumb's going to go. Your middle finger, thumb on your right hand, excuse me. Your ring finger is going to go on, your middle finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the D. You're going to leave the G open, and then you're going to play the 2nd fret of the B string and leave the high E open. But you're going to do the same weird alternations, because on your right hand, you've got your thumbs going to the A string, your pointer finger's going to the D string, and your middle finger is going to pluck the B string. Okay, so then the second is going to be your middle finger is going to be on, I guess the low A string is open. Your middle finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the D string, and then your pointer finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B string, okay? And then you're just going to play those. So it's, and then you're going to slide down to, I like to use my ring finger for this, so you're going to slide down to open A, and then you've got a middle finger on the 5th fret of the D string, skip the G string, and then ring finger on the 5th fret of the B string. And then what you're going to do is the little embellishment you're going to do. So you're going to, what that is your pinky is going to grab this 5th fret of the high E string. Okay? Right before you slide back down the frets. So. And when you slide back to your A7, you want to hammer on from an open to a 2nd on the B string with your ring finger. And then hit that high E string open, okay? So let's put that together. If I could reach the stars, pull one down for you. Repeat. Shining on my heart, so you could see the truth, that this love inside, there we go, getting that high, is everything it seems. Okay, now you're gonna go back to your E7. For now, you're sliding with the E7. I don't know what that chord would be, but we just learned it. All the way back down. Now, what I like to do to kind of spice this up, now that I've gotten here again, before I slide back down, rather than doing the harmonics again, because we've already done that, right? We want to spice it up a little bit. You can throw a lick in the E minor pentatonic before you go into the chorus. So what that is, so when you go right here, before you're ready to go back up, you go. What that is you are taking the G string, sliding from the 2nd to the 4th fret, and then you're playing the 3rd fret of the B string, sliding on the G string back from the 4th up to the 2, and then pulling off open G string, and then the 2nd fret of the D string. That's as simple as that. And then you go back to, so then you're thinking, okay, we're going back to the E7, right? Not quite. We're gonna go to get into the chorus. We're gonna hit a G sharp 7. Okay. Okay, and so what that is you're going to bar the entire 4th fret with your pointer finger. Then your ring finger is going to go on the 6th fret of the A string, and then your middle finger is going to go on the 5th fret of the G string. Everything else is that open 4th fret. And then you got the chorus. I could change the world. Okay, so what is that? Because you're going to do this twice. So again, you've got, I'm still doing the weird kind of alternation with the finger picking, but you can kind of, you can even strum it if you wanted to. It's up to you, but you've got an F sharp minor 7. So what that is you're barring all the 2nd fret, and then all you have to do is a pretty easy chord. All you have to do is take your ring finger and place it on the 4th fret of the A string. Okay? And then go back to that G sharp 7 that we already learned. And then you're going to go to a C sharp minor 7, which is simply you're barring from the A to the high E on the 4th fret with your pointer finger. Then your middle finger is going to go on the 5th fret of the B string, and your ring finger is going to go to the 6th fret of the D string. And then what you can also add a little embellishment there, if you want to, which is you can use your pinky on the 7th fret of the high E. You can do that twice, so it'd be I could be the sunlight in your universe. Okay, so you're gonna do that twice. Then you're gonna go, you would think my life was really something good. It's really high, so I know I'm probably not in key there, so don't listen to the singing. I'm just trying to figure that out. So it's repeat. Back to it again. And this is where it's a little different. So go to your C sharp 7. So this is your 3rd time through on the chorus. And you're going to walk down to a B minor. And the way you're going to do that is take the C sharp minor 7 that you got. Don't change anything. Just slide everything up, or excuse me, down a fret. So everything's going down. So now it's a C minor and then a B minor. So it's, so I didn't change where my fingers are going, right? Notice that again. Didn't change where my fingers are going. Just going, everything's sliding. Okay, so keeping your middle finger and your ring finger in the exact same position, just sliding everything down a fret. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. And then you're gonna pluck twice on an A chord. Okay. If you don't know an A chord, that is open A, and then you've got the, however you want to do it. A lot of people like to bar it. Some people like to play it with all their fingers. It's up to you. So that's open A, and then the D, the G, and the B are all the 2nd fret, and then an open E. And then to just a regular E chord, which is open E, 2nd fret of the A and the D, and then 1st fret of the G. So it's okay, so what is that? So after you go to the A, or so the E, you're gonna go a walk down, which is a G sharp minor, which is you're barring all the 4th fret with your pointer finger, and then you're using your ring finger to grab the 6th fret of the A, and then you're just gonna slide that down, same way you did with the C sharp minor, look at this, down to the F sharp minor, so that's gonna go, if we're just talking about the barring, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, taking your ring finger with it. So it'd be, let's do that again. A, E, walk down. And you can even do the harmonic on the 12th fret again. Lower. Alright, and that's pretty much all of Change the World. Now there's a solo in it if you listen to the Clapton version. But, I mean, if you're playing by yourself, you can't really even do that anyways. So what you could do just to kind of spice it up a little bit is just some of those licks that we learned, and then the harmonics, right? The harmonics. Apologize for keep calling them harmonics. I don't know what's going on. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments.